Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Washington Commanders taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw. McAllister. And yet again, it's McLaurin. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
That one downfield for Dotson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance, it's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. McCaffrey fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Eckler trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On the ground, McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this? Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only...
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he got off to the hot start with a touchdown pass on the opening drive, but it's been interception on the 2 drives since as they start again here first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, McAllister. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown. And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, Lance. They'll roll him out right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for Washington. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st first carry here for Robinson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Throwing on first down, McAllister. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Looking to throw. McAllister, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On third down, McAllister. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Niners set to take over on offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And a tackle by Balin Spector. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. Victory, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display. And
8-yard line before going out. 25 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is.
It's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now a play fake. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Niners are able to add on to that lead. Extra point try now for Moody. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense back out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. On 1st down, McAllister. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Back to throw again. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Lance now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Lance again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Moody good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A final shot before break. McAllister. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before break. McAllister. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Denver Broncos. And
we will skip the highlights. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Flush to his right. And he will be out of bounds, but there is a flag down. And I suspect this might not be a legal pass. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll buy some time right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are pouring it on. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. McAllister working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Robinson on a give right side. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, McAllister. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Robinson up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd down now, Mims. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, McAllister. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Lance looking to throw it. And he will find his man, Samuel. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st and 10, McAllister. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Back to throw. McAllister. Throw right side complete to Dodson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. McAllister. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down. Operating from the gun. McAllister. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they?
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you...
And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Throwing now is Lance. Connects with Kittle underneath. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. Now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get. And the and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Coming to you. Hey, watch it. Check 43.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Tight dog. Drill, 52. Check it back. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Lance. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, and well,
enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's taken it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Here is third and quite a ways.
50 seconds to line. 50 seconds to line.
Back to throw. McAllister. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. The extra point try now for Moody. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McAllister. This is Fant on the short completion. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Washington,